Welcome to the Microsoft Tips Showcase, where we provide quick single-topic videos on how to do something within a Microsoft 365 tools such as SharePoint, Dynamics, Office, etc. These tips are brought to you by SV MacPack, a certified veteran-owned and HubZone consulting firm supporting primarily the U.S. federal government. In support of our customers' need to maximize the value of the tools they currently invest in, we started creating video tips. We hope these videos help you as well. This video is part of a series of videos beginning with episode 15, introducing you to Microsoft 365 as if it's the first time you're really seeing any of it. We'll move quickly to keep the videos short, so let's go ahead and get started here by introducing you to Forms. I'm going to switch over to the Office 365 main page. You'll notice yet again I can access Forms from the app launcher here. So right down there is Forms, and over here is Forms. This app, and I'm going to click on it and begin to open it. It's kind of in its infancy as Microsoft rolls it out, but it looks to be a pretty spectacular app that's going to come out. It's both I think, kind of a combination of old InfoPath, very basic, right? And then also a survey list that used to be in SharePoint, if you've ever used that. So here it's just landing on the page. It's trying to guide us that we can create some of this activity. Let's go ahead and create a new survey. And so we're just going to send out a quick survey to our team about, let's say, new department logo. And here we're going to say, should we choose a new logo? Or actually, let's change that because those are the questions. But seeking to gather input on a new department logo. And now we just start adding some of the questions in here. So when you click on Add a Question, it allows you to choose some basic activity that you want to do. So in this case, let's choose a choice question. Are you aware our headquarters, or no, let's do this, our parent department has a logo? I don't know, maybe you are, maybe you're not. And here it allows you, I like this, suggested options, because it kind of knows the direction we're going with basic questions. And so I can type in the options, or in this case I can just choose, I want to use yes and no as the options. It allows me to add in other options, so just another radio bullet line, or I could sit there and say an other option where somebody could choose other, which I don't need to do at the moment. And then these two, I hope they're kind of self-explanatory. If I say multiple answers, they can respond a couple times, or required is necessary in there. This stuff I'm not going to use at the moment. We're just going to go on to another question. And same thing on choice. So there's my first question. This one in, should we have our own logo to build, I don't know, tighter unity? And let's make this a little more fun. Absolutely. And then undecided. Let's see what kind of people we have in our shop. You know, are they able to answer the questions, or do they have some of the challenges? Go ahead and add that one. One of the things to keep in mind here too, you can also reorder your questions on the form. I think it's important for us to know the parent one, so we'll just move that guy down. Let's go ahead and click back in here. We've got our couple of questions. I can put a lot more, but you get the point and the direction you're going. So right now you see the questions. There's no responses in here, which is apparently a really sad thing. But let's go back to our questions. So it's telling us over here on the right, which you've probably seen during the video, that you can just get it out there to folks by hitting share. But before we do that, let's go ahead and preview what's this going to look like. All right, so that's what it's going to look like on a desktop. It automatically, because this is Microsoft 365 and they're just really going headstrong into the mobile side, they've already got it, so I don't have to do any special development. Here's my mobile look and feel. That looks awesome. I can just push my little buttons and keep moving forward. So this is a great little form on either the desktop or the mobile device. I'm going to go back. So I want to go ahead and share this, and I'm not going to go crazy on the sharing at the moment. Here's a link I can grab and send out to people. I'm just copying it really quickly, and I'll put it here in a browser. So now you see my survey. We're sending it out to people. It looks pretty nice. Are you aware there's a logo? Let's say no and absolutely or something. Go ahead and submit it. It says thanks. It's got a basic information from administrators. They can configure it, but that looks nice. Let's go ahead and close that, and you'll see we already have a response there. So we're starting to track our data. One other thing we can do is take a look at our question and maybe choose just the theme. And because we're trying to go crazy on this, what should we do? I'm a big fan of space, but that's too dark there. There you go. That seems like that'll make it nicer. So let's go ahead and go back one more time and get another survey response. See, that looks much nicer. You decide which ones you want. I'm going to hit submit on this guy. It's all sent. It's a very fast way for you to be able to take care of the forms and getting this out there. You'll notice we got a couple of responses. Because I just did one for one, we didn't really actually do stuff. And apparently our people take really very little amount of time to get that question answered. Anyways, this is a cool little tool. You're going to keep learning more and more about it as Microsoft drops feature after feature on it. I'm finding that it's going to be very handy on the user side for you to be able to reach out and be able to get questions answered. Some of you can definitely use it for the basic surveys, but it will begin to become a really fast way of creating forms, especially this way. When you can create a form like this, but it's instantly ready for mobile, that's going to be awesome because now your users or you can have access to stuff that looks designed specifically for your cell phone or your mobile phone. Let me go ahead and go back here because that concludes this lesson. I hope you found this tip useful as you continue to use Microsoft 365 related products in support of your day-to-day job. Please provide me with feedback in the comments, letting me know how I can make these tips more relevant and useful to you, including suggest tips if you think we should create some other ones. Finally, if you found this review helpful, please share it with others on one of the social media platforms or just give it a thumbs up. I'm your host, Neil McDonald with SV MacPack. I thank you for joining me today and hope you'll join me again for other tips.